Hi, and welcome to Empowering Chats with me, Susan Burrell. And this has been an incredible new year, 2021 already. And I've just been getting some downloads on what we're going through and what to expect. And because I'm an empath and an intuitive healer, I often have to do this work myself as well or first so I can get clear on what it is that I'm being called to do. And so I am being called to activate light leaders. That's why the year of 2021, the theme of the year for Empowering Chats with Susan Burrell and the work that myself and my team are doing is light leader, because we are here to activate the light within each and every person that comes into our sphere, right? Onto the Facebook group, or comes to work with me, or comes in to do workshops with me. It's about activating the light and the love. And so what we've been witnessing, oh my goodness, what we've been witnessing doesn't look like a lot of light and love, does it? It looks like a lot of anger and fear and hatred. In fact, it looks like what I would imagine hell to be, right? It's hellacious. And the reason why I say that is because it's certainly not the world I want to live in or choose to live in. And I've been reading a book by Paul Selig called Beyond the Known Realization. And I just opened it randomly. And in it, he's talking about hell. Go figure. Go figure. And he describes hell as a place where we believe hell is a belief in the absence of light or the potential for healing. And so I want to call everybody to attention, to really, really pay attention within yourself and what you're choosing to watch and listen to, who you're choosing to speak with, or allow them to drop tidbits into your brain that cause you fear, that make you think there is no potential for healing within yourself, within your family, within wherever it is you are traveling within the world. Because the potential for healing is always there. It is always there. And the way to activate that healing is to touch into within yourself the light and the love that you are within your heart system. That's how you activate healing. Okay? So it's interesting because at the beginning of this year, my team and I, and anybody that works with me, I encourage people. This came from a dear, dear friend of mine who made her transition last year. We choose a word individually, a word that is what we want to focus on. And for me, before 2021 actually started, I chose peace and fun. Peace and fun. And as the last few days, weeks have gone by, I realized that there's something more than peace. It's about calibration. I kept hearing recalibrate, recalibrate, which to me, before I looked it up, meant moving from a low level fear, anxiety base, recalibrating, moving up into a higher vibration of love, of peace, of light. Calibration, recalibration. So let me read to you what the definition of calibration is. Okay, I wrote down a couple, but the first one is to determine, check, or rectify the graduation, right? The graduation of any instrument giving quantitative measurements, okay? So what that says to me is to rectify, check, or determine what our system is within us, right? Our brain system, our belief system, That's the instrument that is giving us quantitative measurements, right? So when we're watching something on the news and we are not, we're qualifying it within our brain. We're trying to make sense of it. We're trying to give it meaning. We're trying to understand what the concept is behind the actions we're watching, or what the why, right? The why. Because oftentimes what we want to do is fix the why. And when we can find out the why, we believe as human beings, we can fix the thing we don't like. How's that working for you? Yeah. Yeah. Because we're not here to fix. Oh my God, my stomach just did a flip-flop. We're not here to fix anything, everybody. Sorry about that. We are here to be. And that means experiencing and moving through all the chaos we've been witnessing, all the crazy muck. I would use a stronger word that's been happening. That's causing so many people to go into fear and anger and think that they have to protect themselves from something bad that's going to happen, protect themselves and their liberties, right? But if we are human beings, we already have those liberties, right? We have freedom of choice. As a divine spark, the infinite creator made us with free choice. Free choice. And so I'm calling to you, because if you're listening to this, you are a light leader. And it doesn't matter what time of the year, 2021 or 2025, you're actually listening to this podcast. If you're hearing my words, my voice, you are a light leader. And I am calling us into the potential of healing. I am calling us to recognize that there is light, not darkness. And in fact, the darkness works with the light so we can be more light. Does this make sense? Get this. And I have personal experience dealing with my own inner darkness. I work with clients who want to either excavate and eradicate that inner darkness or ignore it, right? And that's kind of what we're seeing out in the world right now. People are either ignoring it, pretending like it's not happening, or so plugged in to the anger and the hate and the whatever that they can't even see. They just go further into the dark hole, right? But what I said just a few minutes ago is that darkness helps the light get stronger. Holy moly. If I had known that when I was born, I think I would have said, take me back. Because the truth is, in order for light to be reflective, right? In order for light to shine, it has to shine through the darkness, right? That's how we recognize there's light. Otherwise, if there was light all day long, okay, like think about it. There are some places on planet Earth where it is light almost 24 hours a day for a certain amount of months. And then it's dark almost 24 hours a day for a certain amount of months. But if it was light all the time, we would forget. We would not recognize, we would not know that there was light. So the darkness works with the light, people. The darkness works with the light in order to multiply the light. And what that means to me is the more darkness we see or we are experiencing in our hearts or our minds or our friends or family are seeing and experiencing it, the more we have got to amplify, the more we have got to calibrate our light. We've got to move it up the spectrum. And the more light we are as light leaders, the more people that are in the darkness of their hearts or souls that are in that hell where they feel like there is no potential for healing, that there is no potential for unity, that there is no light, the more we are committed to being the light and doing that inner work that makes us recalibrate so that we are constantly in light or radiating light and love, the more we do that, the more we are helping our fellow man. So instead of running around like Chicken Little saying the sky is falling and oh my God, let's get in a bomb shelter and do whatever that a lot of people are doing, arming themselves, things like that. That continues to permit the darkness, the chaos, the unconsciousness of others to proliferate. And those of us that are called to be light leaders, and there are many, many, many of us, it's time. It's time right now to stand in the light and the love that you are. So another definition of calibration, to calibrate, is to plan or devise carefully so as to have a precise use or application. So what that says to me in calibrating, it means to really come up with your own personal plan to access that light and love that you are. So whether it's meditating every day, highly recommended. Had to go back to my spiritual practice of meditation quietly in order to deal with this stuff, but also to remember that I am light and that I am love and that my purpose here is to be a conduit for spirit and to activate light leaders. So to create a plan so that you are using your instrument. People use that word a lot, but using that inner divine spark that you've been given, that is creativity, that is peace, that is love, that is harmony, that is unity, that is happiness, that is wealth and well-being, to utilize your instrument, making a plan so that your instrument is clear, so that you are tuned in, attuned to the downloads that are coming through so many people right now. Not just me, so many people, so that you can hear what the infinite wisdom is that you already came in with. You came in with wisdom, and you came in with light, and you came in with love. And I know for me, I'm going to cry. This is so silly. I know for me, I've been squirming around, trying not to be the thing I was meant to be, which is a light leader, which is an empowered woman, which is a spiritual guide for people that are at the crossroads of life. And certainly we're all at a crossroads right now. How do you want to choose? Do you want to choose to remain in hell, the mental, emotional hell that we're witnessing? Or do you want to see the light? Do you want to see that there is potential for healing, no matter what, even if it's just a little itty bitty dollop of healing? The potential is always there. It always has been. It always will be there for healing. And I know my personal work this year so far has been about healing myself, even more deeply than I have before, so that my plan, my calibration can play out, so that I know exactly how I'm going to use it, my plan, my light. And it means no longer running away because I'm afraid. It means not running to the fire or the riot or even the protest. It means just standing still and listening and trusting and knowing that love prevails, that love heals, that there is light in the world, and it starts with me. And it starts with each of us. So, yeah, focusing on that instead of what we perceive as the hell that is out picturing right now. And I do want to just go back to that idea of the darkness is the thing that helps the light expand. Because when things get bad, like when I'm an American, right? Everybody gets that. Wherever you are, if you're in Australia, you get I'm an American, or if you're in France, I'm an American. And I am also a patriot in the sense that I believe in the Declaration of Independence. There is a metaphysical deep meaning under those words. I invite you to get a copy and read it, because it is about us unifying as one and knowing that where one person suffers, we all suffer. Where one person attacks, we all feel attacked. And because of that, I want to invite you to really take some time today, this week, daily, to journal if you journal. Definitely meditate. Even if you're going for a walk, it can be a walking meditation, to listen to your heart, right? And listen to the wisdom within. And okay, so for me, I have to work through my anger, because I'll throw a tizzy fit first. I have to work through my fear, because I'll want to like hide under my bed, or under the covers at least. But once I've recognized I'm fearful, I'm anxious, I'm afraid, I'm angry, I'm frustrated. Once I realize that, I begin to realize that, then I can shift my perspective to focus on what it is I want. And like I said earlier, my word this year was peace and fun, and evidently recalibration. But to claim peace, to recognize the peace already is within each of us all the time, just like all those other qualities I mentioned of love and creativity and happiness, all within us all the time. We just forget when we begin to think that what's happening outside of us is our reality. So I want to invite you, as you do this inner work, to do whatever it is you do, however you pray, whether you write something out, but to focus on lifting us, that gradation, that graduation from the appearance of hell on earth to a higher vibration of love and light and unity. Because we can do this. Together we can do this. And instead of hiding and pretending like it's not happening, which is something I have done. I try to do it, and then boy, I get I get kicked. I get poked by the universe that says, no, begin to be empowered today. To do it again every day. Just pick yourself up and start all over again. Pick yourself up, stand on your own 2 feet, and claim for yourself that you are the light. You are the love. You are the peace. And as each of us do that individually, that vibration radiates out. I'm telling you, this is true. It radiates out, because we're all energy systems. And as it radiates out, it connects with each and every person that is standing up saying, I am love. I am peace. I am happiness. I am joy. And I trust that that's true. And that vibration, then it calibrates up. So that's kind of my plan for recalibration, for me at least. And you don't have to do anything I say. You don't have to do it. But from my personal experience, when I focus on that, my life gets better. My life feels empowered. My life becomes this brilliant, opulent place of just good. So why not, right? Why not? Why not try it for 30 days? Okay, try it for 1 day. Hell, to hell with 30 days. But see if you can lift yourself out of the seeming hell that we've been living in. And the other thing I got to tell you, you can wait. You can wait. But the information I've been receiving in downloads is that this is the 20s. This isn't just a year. It's a decade. It's going to be a decade. Last century was, the 20s were called the Roaring 20s. Well, that's for a whole different reason, right? But this is the 20s. And the sooner each of us begins to commit to being a light leader, the sooner each of us begins to commit to owning their own brilliance and loving even those dark spots within, the sooner we commit to doing that, the sooner the potential for healing activates. So you can wait until it's 2029. But why? This is the year. This is the year to activate potential healing, to recognize it's possible, and to stand in the truth of your being, that you are light, you are love, and now is your time, my time, to lead from that place of love and light. All right, well, I guess that's all I needed to say. All right, I'm just going to end with, and so it is, namaste.